So very different style of video today. I apologize for looking like a right mess. I just got home from the gym, but I wanted to shoot this quick intro to today's video. Very different style of video, but I think it's gonna bring a lot of value to you guys. I think it's gonna show you and motivate a lot of you guys as well and show you the power of running an agency. So this is basically a breakdown from one of the students in the Quantum Leap Ecomm agency program. You guys know that's my program that basically churns out six-figure agency owners on a consistent basis. And this is actually a breakdown from a student of the program who is absolutely killing it with his agency. He's called Jay Tan. And yeah, as I say, he's killing it with his agency. Basically breaks down exactly how he has scaled his agency to $5,000 per month, which is what he's at right now. And he's going to be at six figures within the next, I would say personally within the next 2 months, I think it's gonna be at six figures. So super excited for him to hit that mark. But you go ahead and watch through the entire video. I think you're gonna really like it. And without further ado, here is Jay's breakdown.
This is gonna be a testimonial for Kai's Quantum Leap Ecomm agency program. And it also kind of acts like a review, I suppose. And yeah, just a disclaimer, forgive me if I were to look down at any point throughout the video because it's actually quite some stuff to talk about. So I've written notes for myself just in case I miss anything out. So yeah, a little bit about myself. My name is Jay, Jay Tan. I'm from Malaysia, born and raised here, working from here right now as well. And with my agency right now, I'm at 5K per month with 3 clients. And I've joined Kai's program somewhere in the middle of March when he just launched it. So you could say one of his earlier students. And I've reached the 5K point at June 6th. So that's around like a 3-month time frame. And yeah, I would say I owe a lot of my success. Actually, yeah, a lot of my success to Kai because all 3 of my e-commerce clients that came in right now that I've managed to close, it's thanks to Kai's program, right? So just to give you a brief introduction and overview of how this entire course is structured, you can actually see this in Kai's own page as well. As you can see, some of them, it shows that I haven't really watched them yet, but because Kai regularly updates his training, and he's actually updated this entire thing, like everything once. So there are some of the things that I've rewatched, but I didn't necessarily click next, so it doesn't register that I've watched them. But yeah, like I've pretty much watched everything. So coming back, it's structured into like 5 main topics, or 6 weeks, but 5 main topics, right? So this is like how to optimize your own profile and whatnot. It is a 1-hour training still. But other than that, the first week, it gives you a very clear foundational understanding of how SMMA works, which I'm pretty sure like anyone who's watching this would already have quite the basic understanding. But within the e-commerce context, very clearly, Kai gives out the like basically how it works and how you would structure yourself to get to that 10K per month mark very quickly, right? And the second week, which is very crucial as well, it is literally how to build, how to optimize, and literally operate your entire agency from scratch, from literally nothing with your laptop to having built out an entire system for yourself and how to run an agency, right? So that includes the software he uses, a tutorial on those softwares as well, what he calls them walkthroughs, right? So he would have walkthroughs on basically how to use the software and whatnot, how he would use it, and also hiring a media buyer as well. And right now, just to give you guys some context, I'm actually doing the service delivery on my own, but Kai also has videos and training on how to source a media buyer, what questions to ask, how to qualify media buyers and whatnot, and even a script and a template on how to reach out, or where to reach out as well. So yeah, and how to train your media buyer. So I'm going to get to that in just a second because this week is insane. This is worth the price of the entire course itself, right? Same for the outreach one, right? So just a preface, right? And let's see. Right, and then the third week is outreach. So Kai's main outreach is cold email, and it's also what I've been doing ever since I started my agency. So I've done cold emails and cold looms only, and I've had about 350 to 500 leads before I joined Kai's group or Kai's course. And the first 200 emails I sent, I had my own sort of like a sequence and whatnot, my email sequence. plan out for myself, like my own email funnels and whatnot. And straight up after implementing Kai, so Kai obviously he would give you scripts and whatnot, but again, it is up to your due diligence to improve on that, swap that out, and yeah, if you were just going to copy and paste, it's not that likely that it's worked out for some people, but it is not going to work that well in the long run, right? If you get what I mean. So yeah, again, once I've updated, basically I use the skeletal structure of Kai's outreach system with my own words and my own copy and whatnot. And within the first 200 emails that I sent, so that includes new leads and basically like replies as well, email two, email three, and do. So 200 emails, I've got 6 replies, 6 meetings, actually, 6 meetings, and I've closed 3 of them, which is my client roster right now, at the point of recording this. And it was in a very, very reasonable amount of time. Yeah, I'd say in hindsight. And let's see. And then he also gives you the option to automate your entire outreach system if you want to. There are a lot of people who've had success in doing that. It's either using a software or finding a VA and whatnot to basically outsource or systemize or automate your outreach. But so far, I'm still doing it manually, and I'll probably it's kind of like a personal thing, but I'll probably like outsource or automate it when I'm at 10K per month. So let's see. Yes. Yeah. First 200 emails, got 6 meetings, 3 of them closed. And yeah, right now I'm at 5K per month. And I am also going to be on track to hit 10K per month very, very quickly the goal is by late September before I go back to university and whatnot for my final year and stuff like that. So it is completely realistic, right? Let's see. And then the fourth week, I'm not going to touch on too much of this. This is just building out your own Facebook profile for organic traffic and whatnot, just for social proof. Week 5. So this is really helpful as well. So this script, you've probably seen scripts on how to close like social media marketing agency, like for SMMAs, how to close basically how to close. But this is specifically tailored to a niche audience. So you're dealing with a completely different subset of audiences, and Kai's literally broken everything down to very specific detail, down to very minute details. So it was extremely helpful, and this was a script that helped me close 3 clients, not necessarily word by word, but the entire structure was that, and I would credit all of my success to that. I'd say confidently, yeah. Let's see. So yeah, and with the objections as well. So they're all going to be e-commerce objections, and it gets to a very, very specific level. So I really appreciate Kai's attention to detail here in the course, and it's insane the amount of hours that he's put in for just talk about the price and the value, right? So the price for value at the point where I joined, it was 397, if I remember correctly, and just the sheer amount of like hours inside and the like no fluffness, if that's even a phrase, but there's zero fluff in here. It is insane. It's man's insane. And week 6, yes, coming to the juicy part. So this is what enabled me to be. It's not recommended. Again, you should have a media buyer you should hire a media buyer from the get go and scale to 10K per month as quickly as possible. But because I've had my own successes and I'm personally a little bit more worried about the people that I hire, so I did the service delivery on my own, and I've had very, very good success. So just to show you what that kind of looks like, as you can see, I signed my first client on the 6th of April, and I started running the ads on the 13th just to prepare everything and whatnot. And the time of recording this today is the 13th of July, so I'm just going to put that at 31st of July. And as you can see, we spent 8K in total. They're a very, very small brand. They were making like 10K per month. So for the first month, I pretty much slapped 10K to the revenue. That's 50%. Second month, it was 15K. That's also around the 50 to 60% mark. And within the third month, they were doing 36K per month. And 16K was organic, 20K was from me. So, and within the, Kai also gives us a template on when someone books a meeting with you, on your Acuity scheduler or a Candidly scheduler and whatnot, you would have a form for your prospect or your leads to fill in. their target revenue in 12 months time was 30,000, and we hit it in 3 months, which is insane. Like, I credit all my success to Kai, and his service delivery model works. So this campaign is not mine. It was their own campaign. So don't mind that. It is from this one onwards. So just to show you what the stats kind of look like across the entire funnel. And this is also the columns that Kai personally uses and teaches. So as you can see. All right. Pretty good CTRs, I'd say. Pretty good CTRs. Just to show you on a monthly level. Let's do May. As you can see, 6.29 ROAS, and yeah, on a monthly CTR on cold campaign. So to point out which one is this is the retargeting campaign. This is probably going to get censored because it's my clients. There's sensitive details here. So the highlighted one is the retargeting campaign, which is also the one that has the highest ROAS, obviously, and then the rest are cold campaigns. Okay, and yeah, coming back to, so basically, like everything, just to name a few. So from this is a very cloudy part of, once you've signed a client, what do you do? Like, I'm not a big fan of the mentality where, hey, just find a solution to the problem and deal with it once you're there. Like, I hate that mentality. I get, like, it puts me it puts me at unease, right? So the fact that Kai just puts everything out in very minute detail, I extremely appreciate this. It's not something people really talk about that much. So basically, all the access you need from, sure, business manager and whatnot, and also if your clients are using Shopify, the Shopify backend as well, how to create an account and how to get that backend access and how to look at those things, basically, right? Very, very valuable. And basically, if you're new to Facebook ads, so there's also like a foundational kind of like teaching you what's Facebook ads in general, and then what the structure should be like for e-commerce businesses, how to budget out. Like, if you have like for example, 2K per month, 5K per month budget and whatnot, how should you spend, like how much do you spend on cold? How much should you spend on the middle of funnel, bottom of funnel and whatnot? Everything is broken down into detail here. And same for the audiences, you don't want to go for like ridiculously small audiences and not ridiculously big ones as well. So everything is broken down into detail. Same for ad copy. So this is not your typical like 1, 2, 3 benefit kind of like an e-commerce copy, like what you see for drop shipping. This is entirely different, and it's the same principles that Kai still uses to this day for all his clients. And I've seen very, very good results for my clients. And I credit all my copy success for e-commerce clients to him, I would say. Split testing ads, the general stuff. His retargeting structure and funnel, how to find and determine and scale winners as well, which is also kind of like a cloudy area of Facebook ads. Debunked, completely debunked, right? And then for flavor, just to add on a few things also written down here, Kai has a Q&A call every week. I'm not too sure how much that's going to change down the line because right now the group is not too huge. So he does it every day, every Thursday, which is Friday 5 a.m. his time. But because majority of people are either from like the western side of the world, so yeah, Kai just wakes up at 5 a.m. on Friday. So same for me. Same time zone as GMT plus 8. GMT plus 8. So he wakes up just to have the call with us and answer our questions for. There's no specific like time for that. Like, it's just answer all the questions until there's no more questions left. So it's been really, really helpful. And aside from that, when you ask questions and when you tag Kai in the group, like he responds in an extremely, extremely timely manner. He responds faster than my clients. That's how timely he is. And he goes into specific detail as well with any question out there. He just personally replies that. So that's something I really, really appreciate of him. I'm not too sure if that's going to stay the same because, as the group gets bigger, like I don't expect him to reply to everyone personally, right? And in a very timely fashion as well. So the fact that he's doing that right now, like, it's helped me tremendously. A lot of the questions, a lot of the nitty-gritty specific questions I've managed to ask him, and he just answered them. He took the time out of his day to answer them very, very clearly for me. And he's just overall a very just a very genuine guy to work with, and I have really, really enjoyed my time in the program. And I can say Kai is just super great guy to work with, super great guy. And for the value, the price for the value, I think it should be 497 right now. Easily one of the best investments I've made in my life so far. For the ROI I've made, also in my currency, like I've been able to do a lot of things in my country in Malaysia. So yeah, it's been emotional for me at one point. When I signed my first two clients at that was really emotional for me. And then I went on to sign for another one. And yeah, I see myself signing two more at least until the end of September. And now that I have this proven system, thanks to Kai, like it is completely realistic. Yeah. So that's all I can say. And Kai's probably watching this. He has to edit it. So yeah, thank you, Kai, for everything. And I think that's it.
As you can see, he is absolutely killing it with his agency. And because of this, because he shot me over this literally just the other day, I don't usually ask students for testimonials and whatnot, but because of how well he's doing, there's a couple of the students in the program I asked as well. As you guys know, I try and make these videos as valuable as possible. And you would have heard Jay speak in that breakdown that he shot over. You would have heard him talk about the fact that he got into the program for $397 on launch price. Now, what I want to do for you guys, if you go ahead and click the first link in the description and you use the code July 4, right? The number 4, not like the letters, like the number 4, right? July 4, it's a sale that I had for the July 4th weekend. And I've actually extended it because I wanted to shoot this quick video and give you guys the opportunity to jump in at the lowest price that you'll ever be able to join the program, which is $397. Okay, so it will actually bring the program price down from $497, which is what it is. That's how much it costs. It'll bring it down from that to $397 because I want to provide as much value as possible to you guys and actually let you guys join at the launch price as well, just like Jay did. And as you've seen, he spent $397 and he now makes $5,000 every single month without fail, and he's very much on track, as I mentioned at the start of the video, to hit 6 figures in the next 2 months. So if you guys ask me, it's a pretty good return on investment. I want you guys to experience that same return for your own business, so I want to give you the opportunity for the next 72 hours to hop in at that same price, okay? So as I mentioned, click the first link in the description. It's gonna take you to the enrollment page. Input the code July 4 in the coupon code section, and you'll be able to get in for that price. And I'm very, very excited to get you part of the program and the overall community. But remember, that code only lasts for 72 hours. Then I'm shutting it off and the program goes back to full price. So guys, very excited to speak with you guys inside of the community. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video.